We have been live.
No, you're not. You're now alive.
Oh, okay. Hi guys.
Nobody's watching.
Hi
yet.
Natalie.
Hi Rachel. Hi George.
How was your Mother's Day?
Uneventful. I worked. How was yours?
It was okay. Let's see. Oh, I got a new washing machine, which is pretty exciting.
Well, that
It's
is
the highlight of my life.
all right.
I'm very excited about this new washing machine. It even comes like with a little pet little thing that like it's kind of like a water fountain almost that's attached
No
to
idea
it.
what you're talking about.
It's weird. I didn't know what they were either until I looked it up.
Okay.
And then it's like the biggest washing machine that Lowe's had to offer, and it connects to your Wi-Fi. It's really great. It gets delivered. It gets delivered tomorrow. So I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on my washing machine.
That's some Jess stuff.
Our washing machine has firmware updates.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I went out to sushi for dinner, which was nice.
Yeah.
I came home and took a nap. I
Me
woke
too.
up, and here we are.
Yeah, me too. Except I just woke up like 15, 20 minutes ago.
So that's what I did. So, hey, you want to do cheers to all the great mommies on the world?
Yes.
Let's do cheers to all the great mommies.
Whether people are on or not, we're
Want to get yourself a drink and cheers, George? So, because being a mommy's hard. I know.
Cheers. Happy Mother's
Cheers,
Day.
Rich.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
He's over there.
I'm a really good mom. Just so you know.
You are a good mom. You take care of your kids.
No, wait, we went to the. Can I tell them
I don't care.
about your labs?
Oh yeah, I don't care.
We went to the doctors last week, and then they're talking about because George and I are in the same room, so they're because we both have an appointment. They're talking about George's results, and he's like, "Oh, your testosterone is pretty low, but your estrogen is pretty high."
I'm a girl.
All right.
So he's gonna be growing some moves.
He's gonna get some movies.
I thought you were just gonna tell him I was super healthy because that's. But no, you're like he's a girl.
Well, you
Fuck that
did
guy.
say you were a mommy.
It's just how life is. I have no estrogen, so I can borrow some of yours.
Okay.
It's gone. I got nothing.
And then his B12 was through the roof. Like it was, they want him at 1,000, and he was at like 2,500.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Oh, you took B12 shots," and George is like, "Nah." He's like, "Oh, you must take a lot of energy drinks," and George said, "Yes."
Yeah.
So the doctor figured that out pretty quickly.
So how else is your health, George?
That's fine. I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Not you,
so
Rachel.
far.
Well, it was my first establishment there kind of thing. So I have to go in for my labs, which I got to make the appointment for that. So he didn't get to go over anything since I was like a new patient.
Gotcha.
But if he did, I would have told you my results.
I'm sure you would have.
Oh, those were amazing. Lori wants to know what you guys are talking about today. I think today's like a sales thing. Like,
Oh, it's not sales. That's not the right word. So we have a lot of events happening, and we want to talk about our events.
I'm just here for the ride.
So we have the cruise coming up in September.
Rich is here too.
Hello,
Say-
Mr. Rich. I see
Hello.
that you're working.
He's not working. He's just playing.
Oh.
Rich is just hanging out with Natalie. I'm just here because I'm the only one that knows how to push buttons.
Yeah, this is important.
If anybody else wants to hop on with us, feel free. It's just us.
You gotta be a mom though, right?
No, I mean, no, I wouldn't. Well, you're on here, and Rich is on here, and yeah, I'm sure it's
You
fine.
guys have estrogen, so they count.
So you want to talk about the cruise, Natalie, because it's coming up in September.
It is. It's going to be here before we know it. What's it, like 120 something days? I should have looked.
120 something days, and we're going to be driving down to Miami the day before the cruise because we got a group rate at the hotel. So I was thinking about that, and I just want to bounce ideas off of you since we haven't really talked about it. Could we plan like a big dinner, like a pregame dinner?
Yeah, why not? That sounds fun. I'm going to put you in charge of finding a place to go, though.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I had to plan everything else. She can plan something.
Okay, cool. So
So
I'll
my-
make sure it's gluten-free. At least has gluten-free options.
Or at least a
And,
salad. I'm good with a salad.
and it's big enough to hold how many people? Like 25-ish so
Uh,
far?
I do not even have a full head count of who's going to be there the night before. The numbers
Okay.
are coming in.
So if there's newcomers coming in, please let us know because we're going to be planning a big pregame dinner. If you would like to join, let us know. Like just because we have a private Facebook group just about the cruise and the events that's happening.
Just make it dinner with Brian's in. Just call it dinner with Brian's in, and then it'd be funny if Brian doesn't show up because he lives.
No, Brian RSVP'd.
No, I mean for the dinner. Brian just doesn't show up for the dinner.
I think I've got 27 for the hotel as of now. But
Okay,
that's-
so 27 people for the hotel. So if I like book it for 35, then that's fine.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, we could do that. And then so
Everybody's telling you Happy Mother's Day.
oh, happy Mother's Days, guys. Okay, and
I should do this so you can read the chat.
includes a free airport shuttle. Okay, now about the Holiday Inn. There is an airport shuttle as well. Natalie, do you want to talk about that?
What would you like to know? It is free for everybody who stays there.
That's from the airport to the hotel and back.
It's a Holiday Inn, and that is near the airport.
And how do they know that they need to pick me up?
I'm going to give everybody a number that you're going to be able to call for the shuttle, because I'm sure we're not all getting there at the same time.
I would imagine not.
What I should do is figure out everybody who's going and on here listening or listening later. Are we going to have this for people to watch later?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna be a little crazy. Where I'm gonna like, hey, we gotta take this down.
I might.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. I don't say anything.
Does anybody want to know confidential information about Rachel's employment?
Let's not go there. Okay.
That's really why I've taken down a couple is because I'm like, oh well, PC baby.
Talk about drama.
So what we need to do is figure out around what time everybody's getting in on their flights so that we can maybe shuttle over in groups. Because
Okay.
the shuttle guy wants to be driving back and forth all day.
Where
that would be great for the.
Cindy wants to know where we're going. Cindy, I imagine, would go. Like, I've always been surprised that Cindy hasn't gone on the cruise.
Tell
'Cause
Cindy where we're going.
We're going to the Bahamas. No, not the
We're
Bahamas.
to the Eastern Caribbean.
We're going to the Eastern Caribbean for 5 days.
And tell her the ports.
Natalie, tell her the ports.
Well, the first day we're going to be at Celebration Key. We're going to be there from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. September 17th is Half Moon Key. That is 7:30 to 3:30. September 18th, we're going to be at Grand Turk from 11 to 5. September 19th is our day at sea. And September 20th, we return to Miami.
Miami.
And then going back to the hotel though, there's
Yes.
also parking as well that you can, if you want to drive down, because George and I are going to be driving down to Miami.
That is
We're
correct.
going to be staying the night at the Holiday Inn, and the parking's only $8.
Yeah, and
That's-
I know Brian's coming through, so I think we're gonna try to get people who are driving in from other places, like meet at the house, and then we could park cars and carpool to Miami.
That's
If
fine
we're all staying at the same hotel, just to like save space and time. And
if that's what they want to do.
yeah,
One-
that way you don't have to pay to have your car in Miami or whatever.
And then there's also a shuttle that's going to take us from the Holiday Inn to the cruise port, correct?
Correct. We're going to have to sign up for that when we check in, and that shuttle is $12 per person.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and let's see. Or you can take an Uber or a Lyft or a taxi, but I'm
Whatever
sure
you prefer.
$12 a person taking the airport shuttle would be cheaper, I would think.
It is. It is.
And then we have to be at the cruise before 3:30 because that's when they depart.
Correct. Actually, 2:30. You have to be on an hour before.
Oh, hour before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. They're going to lock that door up before then.
And then, so if you go on the cruise too, If you don't sign up like for the drink package or anything like that, a person can bring a bottle of wine on. So if you and a partner, like your roomie, wants to bring a bottle, then that's 2 bottles for the room combined.
Yep.
Isn't there a parking fee?
Only if you bring it to dinner. You can open it in your room if you want. I'll have an opener. I bought one on the last cruise just for that reason.
And I have a corker. If anybody wants
A corker.
Yes. Somebody wants to cork things in their bottles of wine.
And then
with the twist off.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, the twist off. But yeah, he does a corker for another reason.
Yes.
Okay.
He's not going to discuss that.
I will not discuss that.
Not publicly.
Not publicly.
Okay.
But privately.
Okay. I'll need to know.
And we have a couple events happening at on our cruise too, guys. So when we cruise out, it's also Dan Ying It's his birthday.
It is. It's his big birthday. We're gonna have so much fun.
He's gonna be turning 50, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Dan is turning 50. So we're gonna be having a big birthday bash for him. So we are planning a big dinner.
It's going to be at the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. It's $49 per person because it's a specialty restaurant.
And Brian Zen's going to be there.
Right. Everything. Go to everything.
Yeah, go to everything. So with the steakhouse dinner, there's actually still spots open. We have 12 spots still open if anybody wants to join us for Dan's birthday dinner. I think we have altogether what is it, a table of 32? Is that right? Like 2 tables, 32 combined?
No, we have like 5 or 6 tables with weird configurations, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
But there's 12 spots left, and they're first come, first serve. So if you would like to come to the dinner, let us know.
Well, it's also important to let people know that we're not making any money on this.
No, we're not. I am not making any money off of this.
Okay, full disclosure, I'm making money because I'm the travel agent. I'm getting the commission, but that doesn't even equal what I'm paying for my room.
Yeah, nobody's getting a free room. Nobody's getting a free room.
Full price for my room. Although we did get military discount because my husband's retired Navy. So we have the military rate, which was better than the sales rate.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
So speaking of the events too, so we have Dan's birthday dinner. Oh, and I know that when I was talking to Stacy, because her and I talk, that we talked about like some of like expectations of like the secret, because it's like a secret cruise.
Yeah.
So usually what last cruise, George was able to get Palancar on the phone to do like a bon voyage kind of thing. So we all met up in like a little library room, and then we broke apart, and like, you know, you can do your separate things, but if like George makes an itinerary for like secret days, like it's nothing but dedicated for like a secret thing during this time.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about secret 24/7 on this cruise.
It's not secret 24/7, guys. If this is what you're expecting, secret 24/7, sorry to disappoint you. It's not happening.
It was a lot of secret 24/7 if you wanted it, because there's plenty of people to find to talk about the secret.
Oh, yeah.
Was it secret 24/7 to you?
Not for me.
Was it for you, Natalie?
No.
I think it was for Jason Olsen. I think it was for Scott. I think it was for Dan and Rob.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. It's fun. People can do whatever they want.
Yeah, certainly. But we only have like dedicated ones where we anticipate the whole group being together and discussing nothing but the secret.
Yeah, like we had the drink, the meet and greet where we got like endless drinks, and that was secret talk. Mm-hmm. There was times at dinner where, you know, certain groups did a lot of secret talk. There we did the tea party, which was secret talk.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what a lovely tea party.
What a lovely tea party. See, what else was secret talk? There was like a bunch of events.
I think we had like 4 or 5 different events maybe. But the problem with that is we don't know what the exact itinerary is until we get on the ship, as far as like the tea party and the cocktail party and things like that. They don't tell us in advance. We get to our rooms and figure it out then. So we kind of do it spur of the moment. It's typically on the sea day, though, the tea and the cocktail party, which is our last day of the cruise.
Dr. Seuss.
Oh yeah, the Dr. Seuss breakfast. That was fun.
We're not doing the Dr. Seuss breakfast this year.
Why not?
I because we did it last year. There's no need to do it twice.
Yeah, but we can do an MDR brunch. Those are good.
MCR, My Chemical Romance brunch.
The main dining room.
Oh,
Yeah, we could do C Day brunch there. They have really good brunch on C Day.
okay.
And it's included. That's free. Nothing extra.
Most everything is included and free.
Yep. Except for his birthday.
And then let's go look at our itinerary and see what's going on. We can talk about that.
Okay.
So Celebration Key, that's our newest one. That's our newest thing.
It is. That is Carnival's newest exclusive island getaway. It's not a private island because it's on Grand Bahama Island. It's just a chunk of the island. It's a pretty decent sized chunk too.
Oh, is it?
Let's see.
I know that because it's like I think you told me like some meal was included. I don't know the whole gist of that.
Yes.
Because it's part of like Carnival's island as well.
Yeah, they're still working out the kinks. I just heard this week that they're trying to get the drink package included on the island, but they're not going to hold their breath. They don't normally use that off of the ship. That's normally a ship thing. But you do get a free meal, and it's going to be on your sign-in sale card, and you just charge it to your room.
Gotcha. But yeah, there's like a whole lot of things to do with that because it's a new island. I didn't book an excursion. Did you book an excursion? Because I didn't.
I still don't know what I want to do. I do want to walk around the whole island and check it out since it's brand new and I'm just going to be there. That way I can tell my clients all about it.
That's a good idea because I know we're going to be there at 7 in the morning and we have to be on the ship before 4. So that's how long you're going to be at that port.
Mm-hmm.
And then our next port, it looks like it's Half Moon Cay. And we actually booked an excursion for that.
You're right. That's our oasis.
It is. We booked the Oasis, which is drinks, unlimited drinks, food, pool noodles, a jacuzzi,
A butler.
We're our own chef. We have our own bar staff. It's a private deal.
So I know there might be limited spots still available for the Oasis.
That's right. We can have a max of 24, and I think we are around 20-ish.
I think Brian and his guests will want to come to that.
Maybe it's going to be like a first come first serve kind of basis.
Brian was asking me about the dance dinner and the excursion thing.
Are you talking about Brian Mills or Brian's Inn?
Brian Mills.
Okay, you're fine.
You might want to hit him up because I think he wants to go to both of those things.
Yeah, we were chatting, and then you disappeared, Brian. Where are you? Hit me up. Talk to me.
He had some shit go on. He's around. He's still interested. He just had some stuff happen.
Okay.
And then we have our next port is Grand Turk from 11 to 5. I did not book an excursion for Grand Turk either.
No, you guys like to do Margaritaville, right?
Yes, Margaritaville.
That's your thing. I might do an excursion because I've never been there, and I do like to do an excursion when I go to someplace new. And then after that, I'll catch up with you guys.
You can swim with pigs there and dogs. No, it's dogs.
No, I don't want to swim with any critters.
The dogs.
I'm good.
Do we have a cost? Cindy wants to know if you have a cost.
A cost for
a cruise?
Okay, well, it all depends on what type of room. Interior, ocean view.
Middle, just do mid-range.
All right, let me pull it up right now for fun.
Okay, and then Kathy Vale wished us a happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Kathy! Cheers!
Bye. I can't see the chat at all, so
That's
I don't even
fine.
know where it is.
I don't have anything to do today, so I'll just read it. I'll read chat.
Okay, cool.
I see it. You don't see it?
Mm-mm. I'm just on the video thingy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even on Facebook.
Full screen.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, Tara! Cheers!
Look, I can make those big. Woo, woo.
Oh, let's see
Nobody
that
can
because I
see it.
cheers them. That's right. Well, when Natalie pulls it up, what do you want to talk about then? Because I don't want to talk about like stuff while Natalie's pulling up stuff.
I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about.
What do you guys do in Grand Turk? Talk about that. Talk about some funny things like when
So
you knock.
when we went to Grand Turk, him and I just walked around to find iguana to eat.
No, Grant. That was Curacao. In Grand Turk, we needed to find an ATM.
Oh, and we traveled and we ran across a donkey. I found a lonely donkey.
We found a hermit crab. But we walked to a bank, Scotia Bank, and we
Oh.
got money out of it. And then we went back to the beach, and there was like just
We found some man selling some chicken.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I bought his Grand Turk sauce.
it was just some dude selling like he was
chicken
like,
on the side of the dirt
jerk,
road.
jerk chicken on the side of the road next to the beach. And we ate that. It was really, really fun.
It was
really
like the
good.
best chicken of my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we bought his jerk sauce and brought it home. But in front of him, he had like a poodle, like a bunch of poodles, like full-size poodles, not tiny poodles, like big poodles. And they were all swimming around in the water, and you could take your chicken out and feed them and swim with the poodles. That was fun. And then we happened upon Margaritaville, and we were like, well, there's nothing else to like eat around here. So let's go to Margaritaville and we'll have drinks or whatever. And the Margaritaville has a gigantic pool in the middle of it where you just get in the pool and they bring you drinks and then you get drunk and you eat cheeseburger in paradise. And that's where we stayed.
Yeah, so we racked up quite a bill.
we left with like a $200-$300 bill. It was crazy.
Our bill was insane.
And then there's a Ron John directly across the.
And then I walked into Ron John so drunken pants.
Yeah.
I like almost ran into a shelf and knocked it over.
Yeah. They were just trying to get her out.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Yeah. I was just like, can I buy this shirt? And they were like, I don't know. Can you? Do you have the faculties to buy the shirt? It was pretty nuts. So yeah. But there's also a Carlos and Charlie's, I think, there, or a whatever that other one is, the Frogs, Senior Frogs.
Yeah, Senior Frogs.
One of
So we end up in Margaritaville because the pool's right there. Well, you know what we could do different this time? We can rent go-karts.
You can rent go-karts.
You don't want to go rent
I'm
go-karts?
gonna go to the pool.
George has a hard time with carts.
Yeah, I don't like go-karts.
Well, I don't think they're gonna break down this time. I don't think they're gonna break down.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna break down 2 or 3 times.
It was like 3 or 4 times.
It was like,
Everybody on that island was trying to help, though. That was
Well,
really nice.
I was gonna say that we could take go-karts, we can explore the island on go-kart, and then we could go to Margaritaville. So that way, at the end of the day, our bill's not $200 to $300.
If that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do, baby. We'll do whatever you want to do.
You guys
as long
want to
as
do go-karts?
At some point, I end up at Margaritaville.
I don't know.
Let
me look into that.
Okay, let's look into go-karts, but we do have to end up in Margaritaville because if not,
Margaritaville had a twerk contest, and you haven't lived until you've seen a bunch of 60-year-old women do a twerk contest at a Margaritaville. Just saying, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Entertainment.
There were 2 old people making out under the bridge like it was the grotto at the Playboy Mansion. So over the pool, there's a bridge, and 2 people got up underneath it, and they were making out. It was gross, but funny.
All right, I got some numbers here.
okay, go back to now.
All right, so I have an interior.
Cindy's like, hey, now, no, you don't understand. These were really, really old people.
Like senior citizen.
Yeah, it was like my grandma was just getting freaky at the Margaritaville.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Huh? It's really orange out there.
Oh, wow. That's pretty. All right. So I have an interior pulled up for 2 people, and it is under $1,000. So that's a good deal if you get a roommate. So
An
it's
interior for under 1,000.
yes. So
That
it's
is a good deal.
958 total. And then you can add vacation protection on there if you want. That's $49 a person. And gratuities will be $80 a person. So if we add that on, it turns out to be $1,118 total. So split that in half, and that's pretty doable. The deposit would be due at the time of booking, which is $150 for the whole booking. And the final due date on that will be July 2nd.
And Kathy wants to know if the deadline to sign up for the cruise is just when it sells out.
Pretty much, but I don't think it's selling out. We, when we first started booking this a year ago, we were still in the post-pandemic travel revenge phase. Everybody was still just buying and booking travel like crazy. But I think the first of this year, things kind of took a turn, and the travel revenge is finally dying down, which means that there's lower prices now. So we have room.
So thanks, Natalie, for being like, book early, George.
Hey.
Well,
It was a joke.
I
It
wanted
was
to
a
book
joke.
early. I wanted
It was
to
a
book
joke.
early. Don't
You
worry,
have to
Natalie.
book early so you can get the rooms you want, because there are rooms, but you might not be on the part of the ship where you want to be. Like a lot of the central midship rooms are gone. So you're going to be in the front where you go up and down, or in the back where you shimmy back and forth.
I'm pretty happy with the room I got. So
Yeah.
the room I got, it's on the deck where the slide is, and then at night they do drive-in movies, like the big movie theater and the pool. So I'm probably gonna like camp out there and watch a movie.
Yeah, the dive-in movies.
Yeah. I don't know what movie they're playing yet though.
Cindy, come on the cruise with us.
Yeah, Cindy would come. Should come. She would like it.
Cindy, come on the cruise with us.
And then when we get back to Miami, I know there's a couple of people who are going to stay until like the evening time. George and I are planning on doing that too. So we're going to sightsee. Oh, so you're going to stay at nighttime too?
Yeah, our flight isn't until like, I don't know, we get home at midnight. So 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, I mean, listen
Yeah.
to the flight.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any choice. Our flight is late at night, and that's it.
Kathy said that
Or
Kathy just said you talked her out of the cruise with the moving up and down. I'm not sure Kathy is aware that cruises are on ships and ships go through the water.
It's not that bad though.
It's not really bad.
Like
no.
your first night, if you're not used to it, it could be because I got seasick once, really, really bad. But after your first night, it gets way better. I promise you.
Yeah, it gets way better. You don't
So-
even notice it.
Yeah, your first night could be like a rocky night, but any night after your first night, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, because they tend to go where there's no waves.
right.
So you're like, it's not like you're on like a pontoon or whatever. You're on an entire city in the ocean. Like waves it doesn't affect you that much.
And
So
the ship that we're going on is newer than the one we went on last time, so the stabilizers are better.
So Cindy's thinking about it.
Oh, nice.
If you go, I'll buy you a drink, Cindy.
Cindy, if you go, I'll give you my drinks.
She's got the drink package.
I do. I'll get the drink package, and I always share my drinks.
If you go, I'll convince Brian to let you touch his gas.
Ooh.
I don't even know if he's bringing that.
Oh, you can bring yours.
I'll bring mine.
You have a piece.
I have a piece.
So you'll bring a piece. You gotta be honest. It's that you have a piece.
It's tiny, but you can
It's
touch it.
It's tiny, Kathy or Cindy. It's very, very tiny.
Yeah.
And then so in Miami though, because we get there early, right? Like on port from Miami or to Miami.
Noon.
What time?
When we arrive coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get there at 8.
8 in the morning.
So we have to be off by noon.
No, I think it could be off by 10.
Yeah, about 10ish.
Oh well, whatever.
And then we can go do lunch and we can sightsee and hang out all night, and then I can just go home afterwards.
Right? And I could head to the airport.
Because you don't have to drive for 6 hours.
No, it's only 4.5.
Okay, whatever.
We have to stop and pee every now and then.
195. I think it's 6 hours.
No, it's not. It's 45. It's 4.5. It's not 6 hours.
According to
On 95, people dress like race cars. Where do you guys come from?
Where 95 narrows down into 2 lanes, and
Does it narrow it down?
Yeah, it's
Where
horrible.
does it narrow down to 2 lanes?
South, like the Carolinas.
Yeah,
Remember?
No, but we're not talking about the Carolinas.
but we're not driving, so
No,
We're talking about Florida. And then let's see, what else? What else is on our itinerary?
If Cindy comes, I will give her this Indiana Jones Funko Pop Full Metal sculpture. Yeah, that's real.
driving people.
Metal, steel. It's heavy.
kill somebody with it.
I don't know what.
Oh, and you're planning on making t-shirts, right?
Yeah, I gotta make t-shirts again.
So what kind of t-shirts are we going to make? Because I know that there are some ideas floating around. Should we do a poll of t-shirts? Are you going to just make random t-shirts? How are we going to handle t-shirts?
I don't know. What do you guys want?
What do you want, Natalie?
I don't know. I liked the last one we had.
It's kind of plain.
I know, that's why I liked it.
Okay.
Well, George told me he was going to make a crazy one. That one that TBT made for him.
Not that many people wore them anyway, though, right?
I think only like
You
we
didn't.
sold like 10.
I had one. You
Well,
didn't.
I bought 2. I bought one for me, one for Rob, and one for Dan.
I wore mine.
And then they all ended up being like 2, like when they came in, because they were like 2 sizes too small. So I gave the one intended for me, for Rob, didn't fit, and I gave that I gave mine to Rob, and Rob's to, like, it was a weird shuffle where one of us didn't have one, but Rob and Dan ended up with one, and then Jason took the other one, and then you had a shirt.
I had a tank top.
There's like 8 or 9 people bought shirts.
Yeah, mine was pink too.
I can make neon pink muscle shirts.
Mine was a tank top.
Pink muscle shirts.
Yeah.
I have no muscles.
Neither do I. They left the building.
I have muscles, but they're hidden behind pillow.
Let's see what else. I think that's it then, right? Because I mean, until we can like get closer, maybe I'll find a restaurant in Miami, and I'll let, I guess, the group know what I pick out, and then I guess we'll find some stuff to do in Miami on the way to Miami, from the cruise, so that way we can do like stuff with people. I don't know how many people are going to stay in Miami after dark.
I don't know. I only know of us, James and his daughter, and you guys. We have a total of 36 people right now going.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
That's more than I thought.
It's more than last time.
What, on the cruise?
Yeah.
That is a lot. That is way more than last time.
Yes. Well, no, not really.
I wonder if Carnival will sponsor the podcast.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I don't think you get that many viewers for Carnival to sponsor.
Okay. Well,
You can always ask.
yeah,
Fingers crossed. Always ask. No harm in asking. Okay, well that's it for the cruise. Unless you guys have anything to add.
Nope, I think we covered it all.
Yay.
Yay. If anybody has any questions.
Yeah, anybody have questions about the cruise before we move on to something else? Or Miami? Or parking at our house?
Oh yeah,
Or-
parking for the group rate is $8 a night.
Which is way cheaper than like $30 at the port.
Right. And even the hotel is normally $15 a night, but they gave us the $8 discount for the group.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
You got your eyelashes and flirted with them a little bit.
No.
Not this time.
I just said put that in the contract and they were like, okay.
Well, next time, bat your eyelashes a little and see if you can get it for like $5 a day.
I mean, it was a bunch of women. There were no men to bat at.
This is
Yeah.
2025. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, George, you have anything that you want to add for anything?
Can we have like a special reading night from Natalie where you read one of your books?
Which one do you want?
No, I feel like at the end of this cruise there should be a cruise book.
I can do that. I will take notes.
Yes. Okay.
I will change names to protect identities.
Except mine. I would like to be George,
Ah, George.
the host of the Secret Podcast.
Also, last cruise that you did, Natalie, you did like a scavenger hunt kind of thing that really like kicked off. Are you planning on doing that this year?
Richard said, "I thought your house only had airplane parking."
What?
Because of the airplanes that keep crashing in our fields.
Okay, yes. That is crazy. You're like a magnet.
Yeah. It's cool though.
I think somebody else is planning something like like a hunt.
Oh, nice. That's one less thing that you have to plan.
I mean, it's easy enough to do one if they don't. So there will be one. There'll be something fun that you can do on your own free time.
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
Am I gonna have to go around and find a compass for like 6 people again?
Right? Oh my goodness. That was really hard to find, wasn't it? But everybody knows where it is now, except for the newbies.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different ship, so will the compass move?
Always in the
It's
same.
at the same place.
Always in the same.
Do you know how many people from the Secret tried to get into the bridge on our last cruise? It was crazy.
I can only imagine.
I didn't think people were going to go to that extreme.
They tried. Like, you know, like one person told me that they knocked on the little door on the side.
Oh, did anybody answer?
Yeah, they told him to go away.
Really?
Alrighty.
Well,
Yeah,
what
no,
was weird was like they were asking about the compass, and even people on the bridge were like, "I don't know where. Just you can't come on the bridge."
the only way to get on the bridge is to do the secret behind the scenes tour, and you have to book that early.
Did you book it?
No.
No,
Oh.
it's expensive.
How much is it?
I want to do it one day. I think it was like 180 a person or something.
Oh, thank you, Cole. Happy Mother's Day to your wife. Cheers.
So like, they just show you like where the crew does their laundry and stuff, or
I know. I think they give them the whole tour.
You get to see where the food is, how it's prepared, go on the bridge. You get to go through all kinds of spaces you normally wouldn't. I think it's like a 5-hour tour.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's long.
How much is it?
I think it's 180 a person. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Wow, that is pricey.
That's what it was on another ship. I'm just assuming it's the same on this one.
Do you get any like freebies, like souvenirs you can take with you?
If it's easier.
What, on the bridge tour?
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. I do know that you get to take a picture. I think you have to pay for that, though.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, Kate. Cheers.
You drinking again?
Anybody that wishes a happy Mother's Day, we will.
Okay.
Oh,
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh.
you. Oh, cheers.
It's like a drinking game.
I'm almost out of wine.
You have a bottle.
I didn't bring it.
Connecting to the server. Please try again later. 200.
What's happening?
Your echo does not like you.
No, that's my TV. It's
TV's
off, and I
talking
don't
to
know
us.
why it's talking. That's pretty creepy.
It was connecting to the server.
What server are you trying to connect to?
It's a Russian spy server.
It must have heard me say something. It does have like Alexa on it, so which I can never get to work. So I
What
don't know.
kind of TV do you have?
I don't know.
You don't know the brand of your TV?
Are you going to get A+ when it comes out?
I don't even know what that is. So probably.
Miss A+. It's Amazon's new AI thing.
Oh, probably not.
I think it comes free if you have Prime.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what A+ is.
It's Amazon's new AI thing. I just said that.
Yeah, if it comes,
Stephen Bryant said Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Where?
it's down here.
just put it down.
It's over here.
If I had to drink for everybody that said that to me,
Oh, thank you, Stephen. Cheers.
I heard Happy Mother's Day at least
Yeah.
2,000 times. I'm
Mia
not.
wants wine.
Oh, Mia, you should get yourself some wine. You want to join the live stream with us, Mia? This is open for anybody that want to join us.
Yep, come on in. We're done chit chatting.
Now I know why this isn't working. It's because I'm dumb.
Figure that out.
I did.
No comment.
I did. So Natalie, so we're done talking about the cruise. What else should we move on to?
I don't know. What should we talk about?
George, what should we talk about? Tell us something and we'll talk about it. Tell us something.
What do you want me to tell you?
Anything.
Anything.
Talk about the secret. It's the secret podcast.
Rachel's like,
Here.
You worked on any puzzles?
Here you go. Pick a page.
So
Pick a page and talk about the page. Do you need me to go get you more wine?
It's on the bookcase. It's on the coffee table.
Okay.
Let's see. So in the very, very beginning, I worked on it for like 15 minutes.
A whole 15 minutes. Wow.
I didn't go anywhere with it. I read 4 pages.
5 minutes.
It was very, very boring.
That's what my mom said.
Have you read the book?
I tried. I read as much as I could tolerate.
How many pages?
I read the beginning, the first half, and then, up through the verses and the paintings.
It's a very dry book. I don't know how people find this entertaining.
It's all about the paintings and the verses, really.
So I did read about 4 pages into it, and I just realized this wasn't for me. It just wasn't. And then I worked on the St. Augustine puzzle for about 15 minutes. And then I probably worked on the New York puzzle for about 30. So I'll combine maybe an hour's worth.
Okay. That's more than I thought.
In my hour's worth, I determined before George even thought it was at the amphitheater, when he was still at the Fountain of Youth, I determined that it was at the island, which was in Anastasia. George was still at the Fountain of Youth, and he told me I was wrong. And look, he changed his mind. He moved to the fountain, or he moved to the island as well. I could not pinpoint and X mark the spot on St. Augustine kind of thing. I just told him I was on the island. He said I was wrong, and that was fine. And because he was still at the Fountain of Youth, you did. You said I was wrong.
Well, you said it was at Owlhead Park,
No,
and I told you that wasn't around in the 80s.
I said I was at the amphitheater.
No.
I did. I told not the amphitheater, but I told you it was on the island. I was more on the island than you were.
Yes.
And
Sure.
Vodka with Crystal Light. Oh, Mel's got like the perfect idea. Vodka with Crystal Light. Will there be prizes on the cruise? Oh, Mia's asking if there's prizes on the cruise.
I don't have any. I will be giving a goodie bag to everybody who booked through me, but that's
I'm a prize.
So last year we did give like Natalie just said, it was like a
last year everybody gave like gift bags.
Like gift bags. We each drew a number, and then we delivered like stuff to people, like gifts to people's doors. So when they got in their room, there was like, stuff waiting for them, like gifts.
Yeah, like I got this cup that someone wrote, the Secret Cruise.
And Jessica said, "Happy Mother's Day." Thank you, Jessica. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Heads up, if you make gift bags on the cruise, put your name on them, because I use this. I have no idea who gave it.
I think that might have been
Jason's wife,
Jason Olsen.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
His team.
And then like Samantha did like this big puzzle thing, like this big puzzle pack, and we did secret podcast suntan lotion, and it was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody just made gift bags.
We can do prize donations. That's what Mia said.
Yeah, nobody has to participate in the goodie bag deal.
No, you're probably going to get one anyway, though.
Yeah.
So okay, it doesn't matter if you make one. You're probably going to get some. Because it's just fun, right? Like it's
Exchange, yeah.
How often do I get to make secret podcast suntan lotion?
Never.
Probably won't do that again this year. That was messy.
It was messy. We'll find something fun to do. Yeah. And then Tara Chapman, she got some awesome wine glasses last year for her gift.
Mm-hmm.
And then see what else. We also I think Jason, him and his wife gave us little light up ducks.
Oh yeah,
I think that was them. And those were cute. Yeah, those were super cute.
Yeah, it was a cabin gift exchange, except we all just made shit for everybody.
Right.
So we ended up with like, I think like however many people were going, we ended up with that many gift bags.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that most people signed up. I don't think there was anybody that did not sign up. Was there for the cabin gift exchange?
No.
Yeah, there were a couple people.
Oh,
so we did have some people that didn't participate,
but they still got stuff.
They still got stuff. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah.
It's just easier that way.
Yeah.
It's like it's the thought. It's like the giving part is the fun.
It is.
Like we've been buying shit for those gift bags all year.
When you do the gift exchange, you don't have to give anything glorious. I mean, it could be something small.
It could be a keychain. Like you don't have to spend an awful lot of money.
Yeah,
it could be a keychain.
I think each of our bags was like $3.
Ours, I think it was a little bit more because we added different. Like ours came with like metal straws, reusable straws.
I still use that straw.
Do you?
Every night in my stay.
we had buttons.
We had buttons, candy, like
suntan lotion.
Like it was like 5 or 6 different things in their like little goodie bags.
Yeah.
Yes. There's one here with a second one down.
It says this cruise sounds fun. It actually is.
Jessica should come on the cruise.
Yeah, Jessica, come on.
Jessica, why don't you come on the cruise?
How many cabins roughly?
What does that mean? Like how many people?
How many people?
Or how many are there left to book? Because there's quite a few.
36 people, so it's 15, 18
I mean,
cabins?
there's still time to book. There's still rooms.
We have a few solo cruisers.
Oh.
We've got at least 3 solo cruisers.
Are any of them looking for roomies?
No, I don't have anybody looking for a roommate at this time. But if anybody is looking for one, just let me know and we'll put the word out.
I don't know. We'll know closer. Because like,
how many cabins have booked so far? Not people, but cabins. As of right now, how many cabins have booked?
Can I have my paper?
we're making Natalie do work. She just got done working.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 18 cabins total.
I just said that, didn't I?
I don't know what you just
I
said. I
said
wasn't
16.
paying. I
I
was
think I
not
said
paying
16.
attention to what you just said. I ignored you.
I'm it's a lot of fun though.
It is.
Like I haven't had as much fun on a cruise as I did because it's like going on a cruise with like 30 friends. It's just fun.
And you don't have to do everything that the group is doing.
Yeah.
Like if there's something that you want to do separately,
Oh, yeah, totally.
no one's going to get upset or think any ill will towards you. Like we had a couple that spent a lot of the time at the casinos. I spent my time.
I didn't get a good casino deal on this cruise.
I spent some time playing bingo where everybody else was doing the tea party. Like you can do stuff outside of the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kathy said she had fun in Cleveland. I think the cruise would be super fun. Imagine the time in Cleveland when everybody got together, but that's for like 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days straight.
Yeah, it's fun, and then we all we try to rotate our dinner tables so that way you sit with
Different people.
like the settings different, the
Different people
conversations
every day.
different, things like that.
Everybody gets to know everybody.
Yeah, so we try to rotate our dinners when we have dinners together.
We don't want to freak people out. If you don't want to do that, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You definitely don't feel obligated to do anything that we're doing. Like if there's something that you want to do instead,
what you want.
Do what you want. No one's gonna think anything different. Like I didn't do the tea party because I was playing bingo. There was like 2 or 3 events that you guys did that I didn't do because I'm like, I'd rather just go to the show.
Which is absolutely fine.
Which is fine.
I love you.
And then you just meet up afterwards. So little things that you know.
There's one thing that everybody has to go to, and that is when Dan sings karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan's a very good karaoke singer. Like you would not think.
Let us know.
Yeah, you would not think that Dan's good at karaoke, but he like freaking rocks
it.
He's so good.
You know what?
Information for you.
What information?
Behind the scenes tour.
Yeah.
It's $110.
Behind the scenes tour is $110.
How many hours?
At sea is $130.
And if it's at sea, it's $130. How many hours is it? Rich is over there playing.
Yeah.
Come on, Rich, tighten up. You should have this information already.
Chop chop.
My computer is slow.
I'm still decompressing from the day. It was a very busy day. Not many people showed up to work. So, for people who don't know, I work at the cruise terminal here, and we have a Carnival ship called the Sunshine here. And today was turnover day. It only comes in once a week.
Isn't that the one we're going on? We're going on Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a sister ship. So we had 2,300 people come off the ship today, and 2,200 people went on the ship. And I heard Happy Mother's Day a couple thousand times, no joke.
Oh, so, you guys have to drink.
Oh, Happy Mother's Day.
I'm glad I wasn't drinking while I was working because I'd be laid out on the pavement right now.
Okay. The import tour is 2 hours. The at-sea tour is 3 3.75 hours.
Okay.
Nicholas Ganter sounds like a howler monkey. I don't know where that came from, but he does.
I sound like a howler. How does a howler monkey sound?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's better. Do your impression of a howler monkey. Ah!
Oh, God.
What does a howler monkey sound like? Ah!
I have to live with this. Just so you guys know.
Never a dull moment.
Do your impression of the howler monkey. What does it sound like?
He should come on and do it.
Oh, come on, Nick. Do your impression of the howler monkey. Rich, do it. Rich, do it.
What?
He's clueless. He's looking at the tour.
Laugh out loud karaoke. No, tell Rich to do the impression.
Oh, he sounds like a howler monkey at karaoke.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. Just come on the cruise and I'll sound like a howler monkey.
You know what? Nobody's going to see you again.
Well, that's probably
what
not
song
true.
should me and Nick do at karaoke if we do karaoke as Howler monkeys.
You guys can do the monkeys.
We could do single ladies, and Nicholas Ganser could be Beyonce.
You have all that estrogen.
And I will be Kelly Rowland.
And you've got that estrogen, huh?
Yeah. That's going to be great. That's going to be awesome.
Uh-oh.
We could do a duet of Genie in a bottle.
Nice.
You got to rub me the right way.
I'm taking notes. I'm writing these songs down.
You do that.
I'm going to put in the request for you.
In Cleveland, we all sing Happy Birthday to Nick at karaoke.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
happened in Cleveland.
I didn't even know what we were doing. You pulled me up there. I'm like, okay, whatever. And
We're
then
gonna do that. We're probably gonna do that with Dan. Do you want to do the karaoke with Dan?
We're
Happy
going to do
birthday.
this in the steakhouse. Pick up a steak. and
No,
be
no,
like,
we're gonna take Dan to
Happy
karaoke.
birthday to you.
By the way, I didn't realize Happy Birthday song was so long.
It's
I
long.
know. Dude, we were up there singing forever. I was like, is this done yet?
Because it was like they did like eight different renditions.
It was so long. And then we had a whole group together. There was like what, 7 of us all singing Happy Birthday to Dan.
Yeah. That's fun.
Oh, this is cute.
George has to live with Saint Rachel. They call you Saint Rachel.
Because I sound like a howler monkey.
No, because you have to live with me, so you must be a saint.
Oh,
Actually,
that
I
is
think
so
it's
true.
because everybody talks about how nice you are.
I am nicer than you are.
That's
Like so George and I were talking about this last night. Like when it comes to niceness, I am more nice than George is.
yes.
I'm the nice one. George is the mean one.
Yes. I'm not mean.
He's
But when George
that cop-
is nice, he's really nice. George can be a teddy bear at times.
I think I have more empathy than George does.
I don't think you have more well to some
Maybe a little. It depends on the situation. Because sometimes George surprises me.
You surprise her.
I surprised you.
Like you stop a car in the middle of traffic to save a stuffed unicorn in the middle of the street.
Oh, that's true. And he also saved that bird.
And my granddaughter loves that thing.
We were like, yeah, because we were in the middle of traffic and we stopped and George was like, oh, there's a stuffed unicorn. And he got out and got it for Natalie. That's right.
We have to save the animals.
The stuffed ones too.
He does stop and he saves every turtle that's crossing the road. He stops and puts his little flasher on and he'll get out of the car and he'll like move the turtle out of safety.
I moved the I stopped for the alligator the other day.
He did stop for the alligator.
One-armed alligator or
One
one-legged.
arm. It was so we were driving back from the truck stop getting a drink and George just slowed down. He's like, there's something on the road. And we didn't realize at the time it was a gator until we were like right up on it. Then we realized it was a gator. Then he put the little flashers on and he tried to like get the gator to move and
It moved.
it moved.
Slowly.
It hobbled.
With his little one front
It
leg.
was missing
Video
a
of
leg.
You
It's
need a
a
video, not a picture.
All right. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Everybody should go.
Yeah, everybody should go on the cruise. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We should.
Yeah, like it was. I mean, did you have
We
fun on
still
the last
talk
cruise?
about it. Yeah, 2 years later, we still talk about it.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It really is. And there's so much to do. You'll never get bored. Like if at like 2 o'clock in the morning you're bored, just call up
Just
George.
wait.
More than likely he's still awake, and he'll come and hang out with you.
Don't do that.
He's like, no.
You know,
Do you
No,
remember when Samantha yelled at me?
When did she yell at you? Because you mispronounced
I
her name.
mispronounced her name. I said
Oh,
Samantha
yeah.
Dahmer, and she was like, "I'm not a serial killer. It's Dahmer."
But Dahmer would have been cooler.
Yeah.
No offense, Samantha.
I will never mispronounce her name again.
I won't either. I don't think I ever did, though.
When lawyers yell at you, you remember.
It could have destroyed our car, Alan. Alan's like, we could have made gator bites.
That's
like-
big.
It was a big gator. We could have like hurt our car.
Oh.
But seriously, George never sleeps though. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, if you want someone to talk to and you're like, hey, let's do something fun, more than likely George is awake. Am I right? 2 o'clock in the morning?
In most of our group, if you needed to find them, they were in the smoking section, which I don't know where it is on the
It's
ship.
probably 11, right? Because that's where it was on last time, deck 11.
It's a different ship, though.
So if you ever need to find somebody on the cruise, there's usually two places where they're going to be: at the casino or the smoking section.
Have some more.
Because because I don't smoke, I am not a smoker, and
Yeah.
when I wasn't part of the group and they split off their own thing and I needed to find George for whatever reason, he was on the smoking deck, and so were 8 other people.
Yeah,
So if
at
you need
least
to find someone, that's where they're going to be.
Deck 10.
he found it. You're slow. Is it in the rear or up front?
No, it's
This is
two.
up front.
It's deck 3 and deck 10.
Well, yeah, so there's like one thing on deck 3, but nobody ever goes there. It's deck 10, starboard side, so it's like right above where you get food.
Oh, so it's on one floor below us. We're on 11. No, we're on 10, aren't we?
You're on 10,
10.
Lido deck.
Oh, look.
It's right next to where
So that's where we live. We live on 10.
I no longer have to walk to the other side of the ship to smoke.
No, you can just like walk outside your room. Oh, that's really convenient. Because you cannot even if you got a balcony room, you cannot smoke on your balcony. Because if you cause a fire, so many people are gonna get in trouble.
Try like the cruise is going to end. You set it on fire.
There is an area on deck 3 also.
Yeah, we already talked about
Starboard
that.
side
Yeah,
forward.
it's like
not
that was the same on the other cruise. It's just like a little outdoor enclosed deck area thing.
So it's gonna be deck 10 as the main designated smoking area for you guys.
Deck 3, the one on the other ship, that was where we used to go for privacy because nobody ever went there, and you get the best views at like sunrise or sunset, depending on which way the ship's going.
Yeah, there's no smoking.
There is smoking.
And I lied.
Not on the balconies.
No smoking on the balcony.
So at sea, but it's for people that are not mobile.
Oh, okay.
They-
Accessible cruise. Okay. Accessible. I gotcha.
So the 130, you go to the engine room.
Okay. That'd be fun. What day is that?
A few days.
Oh, see, the thing is that all the other things are happening on the sea day. That's why I never book it.
Yeah.
Rebecca Fox said I sound like I said mothership. what would be considered a mothership? The Titanic?
It's your ship because you're a mother.
Oh,
And today is your day. Happy Mother's Day.
oh, cheers. Cheers, all the mommies out in the world.
Cheers.
So what else we want to talk about on the cruise, guys? Because we're back on this conversation apparently.
I thought you guys were talking about the secret.
Well, I did.
5 minutes, if that.
Yeah. I said that I took an hour of my time to do the secret. So I read 4 pages.
All right.
Very dry 4 pages. It was a really rough read for me.
Yeah. It's not a great story.
Did you think it was a dry book? You read the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you think it was dry?
I think that's a very nice way of putting what I thought about it.
So the 4 pages I read, I realized I wasn't going to read the whole book. It wasn't for me. Just realized it was very dry. It wasn't for me. And then I moved. And then I spent 15 minutes into St. Augustine, and then I did not have an X mark the spot.
Stewart says happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Cheers.
All right.
And then,
Natalie's cheating. She's the same glass. I'm gonna take a sip.
well, I bought this
That's
bottle.
only an ad, so I'm going to make it last.
And it's
I'm gonna-
like,
See, I have the little single bottles.
oh, you don't have a big bottle?
Mm-mm.
I just bought this, and I just opened it right before the live stream to put
Bought
my
it for
glass.
today, and it's half empty.
It's half empty.
So you get the drink package.
Can't you picture the front as like some type of fairy tale type thing? Yeah, that's how I pictured it. It just wasn't great.
And then so I spent 15 minutes in St. Augustine and decided it was on the amphitheater. At that time, George was at the Fountain of Youth right outside the wall, and he said that I was wrong. And then recently, I would say maybe about a year ago, I looked into New York for about 30 minutes, and I think it's in Brooklyn at a university.
Oh, Dan would disagree with you.
Well, that's
I don't have an X marked a spot, but maybe like a close vicinity, like near the library-ish, but I do believe it's in Brooklyn in the library. So that's where I think it's at a university, like around the library area. What about you, Natalie?
Oh no, I'm in Brooklyn too, but I don't have a spot.
You don't have like a even an area?
Mm-mm.
Mine's at a university. Like I can bring you into an area near a library. That's the closest I can bring you.
You're on a completely different puzzle over there. You just stay over there.
Kathy,
What is Rich doing?
Kathy loves the amount of time you spend on this treasure.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Rachel's like, I live with a person, talks about it a lot. I looked at it once.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I'm not gonna
don't.
say that I'm not gonna
Please.
spend my whole entire life at this treasure hunt.
No, I don't even like doing that.
So Natalie, what do you have a spot? So you're saying you're in Brooklyn, but you have no X mark the spot?
Yeah, I don't even have a general area.
My general area would be the university for sure, near the library.
September, we were supposed to work on it.
We were, and I didn't do it.
Me neither.
We're going to Montreal. You guys should work on Montreal.
That's as far as I got was Brooklyn. I never went from there. So
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn too. So I'm in Brooklyn at the university near the library, but there's no X mark the spot. So it could be like, X mark the spot's like this. I'm probably like this.
If we're going to Montreal next year, you guys should work on Montreal.
We can.
I want to go.
I mean, I don't know anything about Montreal.
I thought you were going to Montreal.
I mean, I don't know. Am I? I'm going.
I get told we're going.
By the way, Nicholas is a smarty pants because he solved it in 10 days.
Nice.
Yeah, good for you, Nick.
Me too.
I think everybody solves something in 10 days.
And your reward is a cruise that you have to pay for, but you can go on.
Oh, I think Nicholas should go on the cruise. I wouldn't want to meet him in real life unless I already did. I just don't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay. But I do want to meet him in real life because he sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds like a howler monkey.
To be exact.
But what about you? Besides New York, what else did you look into, Natalie?
Charleston and Roanoke. I never looked at any of the others.
So do you have an X marked the spot near Roanoke?
No, but I'm not where everybody else is, so.
I have nothing on Roanoke. I haven't even looked at Roanoke, so I can't give you any bounds.
The amount of times you've been to Roanoke, you haven't looked at Roanoke?
Nope.
Wow.
And I haven't even looked at, a lot of these places I haven't been to. Like Charleston, I haven't looked into Charleston.
That's true.
And I've been to Charleston hundreds of times and I haven't looked into it.
Yeah.
I love Charleston. We've only been once. I want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be a tourist.
That some year, Nick, should be this year. You should come to the cruise this year. And like Rebecca said, in New Orleans, I've been in New Orleans an awfully long time, a lot. And I haven't looked at it in New Orleans either. You've been, yeah, we went to, it was so much fun. I totally, so for your first time being in New Orleans and forever, you really got the local experience, Natalie.
I can't ever repeat that.
I don't, and I'm so jealous of you. So jealous because that's
your first experience.
So my first experience in New Orleans, George picked me up from work and said, we're going out to dinner. I said, where we're going? He's like, to dinner. And I said, okay. Then he's heading towards Jacksonville. I said, where are we going to Jacksonville? He said, we don't go to Jacksonville a whole lot for dinner. And he's like, we're going to go out to dinner. Then I noticed that we were out of Jacksonville. I said, where are we going? And he did not tell me where we were going. And then we go into South Carolina. I said, oh, we're going to Anderson. He's like, no. He's like, we're going to dinner.
We never went. We went through Florida.
No, we had to go this way.
Oh.
And then I said, where are we going? And you're like, going to dinner. And then I said, I don't know where we're going. And then we ended up going to New Orleans.
How long of a drive was dinner?
8 hours.
It was 8 hours.
8-hour drive. So we went to New Orleans. We got a hotel. We actually did go to dinner. We went and had some po' boys. We did, just hang around the city. Did the local stuff. We were there for 2 days and then we came home. It wasn't as eventful as what you had. And then my other times there, I went on a parade. I've been to the parade. I've always, every time I went to New Orleans, I've always wanted to see the Indians. Always. That was like my dream come true, was just to see the Indians. Like that was it. And then when we went, and this is years in the making, like years, like 5 years ago, I'm like, oh man, I always wanted to go to see the Indians and Mardi Gras and watch some dance and all that great stuff. So when we went, and we got to do everything on my wish list, everything. Like James gave me the best experience of my life, and I could never ever repay him for that, because he got me into a parade, got me dancing with the Indians. Not only did I get to meet these guys, I got to dance with them. The VIP into the after show, like giving me the local tour experience the day after. Like he really went above and beyond, and I don't think I could ever repay him for that, because it was like my dream. It was like he gave me my dream job of just being my parade
with you.
What's that?
You had to come along with your dream.
I know.
I just walked into that.
I know. Like we're just like, whatever Rachel's planning, I'm with it. Like exactly how you were.
You were like, come, and I'm going to be in a parade. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to watch the parade. And the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I'm in it. I was like, oh, I didn't know we were doing that.
Yeah, like it was so amazing. Like your first experience at freaking New Orleans can never beat my experience, for sure. Like you guys had like it. Like I'm just so in awe, and I still talk to James, and James like, oh yeah, he's trying to convince me to move there. That's his ultimate goal, is to get me to move there. I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for that.
Oh, excuse me.
Funny. That was a great trip, though. We had a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It really was. We got to dress up and hand out candy, and everybody was so excited. I gave away my tamarine, and that little girl was like just so excited about that. Like it was a lot of fun, like a lot. Did you enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, I mean, it was probably the parade.
Was it?
I was in need.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And then we got to do the scavenger hunt with the dolls with Rebecca. She got to find the doll. So that was really fun and cool. It was fun. It was big fun.
See, secret trips are fun.
They are. You never know what you're going to get.
Especially with us, for sure. We're very spur of the moment kind of people.
Yep.
Like if we have the funds, it's like, oh, let's just do it. Like, who cares? Let's just do it.
Sometimes even when we don't have the funds.
Sometimes. Like it was so much fun. I still think we should do something cool for James, like for sure.
Yeah.
He didn't want the Popeyes. I've been trying to force Popeyes onto him.
Did you forget his Popeyes?
No, I didn't get to do the Popeyes thing. I'm like, man, I'm going to bring you some Popeyes and
DoorDash it to him. You're going to eat his damn Popeyes.
Oh, Rebecca's like, she played her tamarine today.
Nice.
They're fun.
And we raced into an Uber across town to find a doll that was in the wild. Yeah. So me, Stacy, and Rebecca went to this little bar, and that's how Rebecca found the doll. And you were in the bathroom, so by the time you got out, we all laughed.
I came out of the bathroom, and everybody had a plan and was going. I was like, I'm going shopping. I don't know what you guys are doing. Rachel's like, we're going to go find a doll. I'm like, okay, have fun. I had no clue.
So you're clueless?
Yep, I'm saying I was clueless.
I'm tired.
Oh, we have pickle Popeyes too, Rebecca. I tried it. The most favorite thing about the pickles Popeyes is their lemonade. You guys should try the pickles lemonade. It is very good.
That sounds gross.
It sounds very gross.
Oh,
I mean,
it's very
I like-
good. It's better than what it sounds like, I promise.
Okay.
Rebecca's like, the doll thing happened so fast. It really did. It's like, okay, guys, we gotta hurry up and get the doll before this place opens. Because
All
it
I
was like,
did was pee. Before I went to the bathroom, there was no doll. I come out and there's a doll and everybody's gone.
just the fan and me.
That was an interesting bathroom though, so I might have been in there a little longer.
Yeah,
TV and looking at the machine.
Well, we had to find this like a scavenger hunt for a doll that are like individually like uniquely made. So we found out where it was. Me and Rebecca were at the little bar, just her and I, and just trying to figure this out. We found out exactly where it was. And then we had to hurry up and go because it was like 5 minutes before this place opens. And so me, her, and Stacy are like, okay, let's take this Uber to this bar. And then we get there and there's some other girl there for the same exact reason where we're at. She goes in first and we were sure she was going to find the doll. And then Rebecca found the doll first before the girl did. So we made it just in time.
That's crazy.
And then the girl cried.
She was a little sad that we found the doll because granted she traveled like an hour and a half, 2 hours away to find the doll, and then we got it. But so we found the doll first.
You guys totally should just gave that lady that doll.
But no, listen, I'm going to explain the story. So she got there first, and we found the doll first before she did because she was talking to the bartender while we were searching for the doll. The doll was hidden behind some art, and we found the doll, and the girl was upset because we found it and she traveled so far. We offered her to take the picture with the doll, like as a group, and she said no because she was upset, and I get it. So she ended up leaving. And the next day, though, because this is a daily scavenger hunt, the next day she found another doll. So she did redeem herself and got another doll.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the nature of the game. You can't cry over stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah,
we don't know what was going on. Maybe this doll was like the most important thing that's happened in her life. Maybe she just went through a rough relationship. Like, we don't know what's going on with her life, like why she was so upset. But I'm glad that she did find another doll.
I think I would have just gave her the doll.
Well, it wasn't her.
Let me take a picture real quick.
It wasn't her doll.
As long as I get a picture of it, I'm good. I don't need more stuff.
Yeah, I definitely don't need things.
Jessica went and got some wine. So, Jessica, what kind of wine are you drinking?
Where did Jessica get wine?
Somebody said Happy Mother's Day, I think.
Oh, cheers! It was Tony DeRosa.
I only have a little bit left.
Happy Mother's Day to all the new people.
Shut up.
Beverage doesn't count. I'm making a hot toddy kind of drink. I don't know what a hot toddy is.
That's yummy.
See, Rebecca said she was going to give it to her too. And then she left. And she did. She like immediately, like there was no trying to talk to this girl. Like once we found the doll, she was upset. And we tried to talk to her. But Rebecca did say that she was going to try to give her the doll.
Okay.
There's a little bit of drama about this doll.
Doll drama.
Girls. Girls and their Barbies, I guess.
A hot toddy is whiskey and herbs and a lemon and honey. So it's hot. It's a hot drink.
It's warm.
It is warm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should drink that when I'm sick.
We had that on a bar crawl, didn't we?
I believe we did, yes.
I think that's the first time I tried it. It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
So we talked about New York. Where's your spot in New York?
Washington Square Park.
Oh, you're in Washington Square Park?
Coney Island. One of those two.
I'm at a university. Near a library. I don't know the name of the university, so if anybody's interested in what it is, let me know and I'll have to look it up and give it to you. Because I don't remember what it's called.
Or you?
What is it?
It's in Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn. It's in Brooklyn at a university, and there's a library. I looked at pictures and everything.
Wow.
Kathy says exactly what she's having. So Kathy, that's exactly what I'm having. I'm having one. Okay, so Kathy's having a hot toddy. It's your turn now for the doll. Sisterhood of the Traveling Barbie. Laugh out loud. George boys have action figures. I remember playing action figures with my brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a lot of action figures?
I did.
What kind of action figures did you have?
I had G.I. Joe and He-Man. I had a lot of action figures. I was spoiled.
Oh, there's comments down here. Someone asked when Montreal is. Could you talk about Montreal?
Oh.
When's Montreal, guys?
It's next year's your thing.
Next year.
Yeah.
So we're not doing a cruise next year. Next year we're going to go to Montreal. Date to be determined.
I need at least 3 months notice.
Okay.
Do you fly there?
Huh?
Do you fly there?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're, we'll know for sure when it gets way closer. We'll probably know more information about Montreal once the cruise is over.
Yeah.
Because we're probably going to do a cruise every other year. And then in between that is going to be like a traveling thing. So it's going to be a cruise and then a secret spot and then a cruise and a secret spot. And then I think this year is a cruise and next year is going to be Montreal and the year after is going to be a cruise.
We should do a West Coast cruise though.
Yeah.
I've been telling you to do a West Coast
So
cruise.
like we asked and there wasn't that much.
It was very little. Like a lot of people said, oh, they want to do it, but then when push came to shove, it fell apart.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if we actually put one together and say we're all going, maybe that'll be enough push, you know.
I mean, so
Like there's more searchers on the East Coast, way more searchers on the East Coast than on the West.
why is that?
Well,
Because
because
there's
of
more
more
treasures on the East Coast.
There's only one over there.
Yeah. You'd have to sail out of San Francisco. Maybe we could get Brett to come. Probably not.
Yeah.
Yes, West Coast cruise, Rebecca Fox, Vancouver, Jessica.
Wow.
Vancouver would be fun.
Mm.
I'm not disagreeing with Vancouver.
All right.
I mean, you would prefer San Francisco over Vancouver?
It's cold in Vancouver. Is Vancouver even like a cruise port?
Yeah,
Oh.
not for Carnival though. They go out of Seattle,
Oh.
so you pay a little bit more with another line.
Well, do you want to do a West Coast cruise next time, guys? I mean, we should do a pool, guys, if you want a West Coast cruise.
I mean, we're gonna do a pool, and then all the East Coast people are gonna be like, "Nah, keep it on the East Coast." Because like last,
Well, I think we should, if it's on the East Coast, it should be a different port. Like, it should be a different port each cruise.
okay,
I think that's only fair.
yeah,
So maybe we could do one out of New Orleans or do one out of New York because New York has a cruise.
okay.
Or do one out of freaking Texas even or Alabama.
There's so many, yeah.
All right, we can do that.
I mean, we should do at least a poll and see where the most.
It's fine.
I mean, would it be worth it just, I mean, if there's only 5 people interested in a West Coast cruise, it would be worth it just to do a West Coast?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Alaska again. I need a do-over for Alaska. Our last one was disastrous.
I don't know that I could get any special guests to come to a West Coast cruise.
Natalie, if there was 5 people interested in a West Coast cruise, is it worth it?
Like 5 cabins or just 5 people?
5 cabins, let's say, would be 10. So let's just say 5 people.
5 people, no. 5 cabins, yes.
So we would need at least 10 people, guys, to do a West Coast cruise. Just 10, which is 5 cabins. 5 cabins to make it worth it to do a West Coast cruise. I think we can get at least 5 cabins to sign up, right?
I would think so.
Okay.
Rachel said Norwegian goes to Bermuda out of Boston. So there's one out of Boston. I've never been to Boston.
Which one is Nicholas gonna go on if we go on a cruise?
Nicholas, what cruise would you go to? Because I want to hear your howling monkey. I'm not gonna let it go forever.
Not. You're gonna have to message her your howling monkey if you don't go on a cruise.
Do a camping trip. Oh, there's stuff over here.
Yeah, no. I'm not doing a camping.
So do a camping trip.
No.
There are some good open treasure hunts out west. Do a camping. This is what Debbie says.
No.
Milwaukee has cruises.
Milwaukee doesn't have an ocean.
Hook up with Cowslers. They have plenty of the West Coast that would. I don't even know who Cowslers.
He's the guy that does forest fence stuff.
Oh, why would we hook up with him?
He's a nice guy.
Oh, is he nice? They have plenty of West Coast that would. I mean, you could do a merge with Cowslers. That's such a weird name.
It's cow lasers.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Cow lasers. It's 2 words. I mean, it's 2 words put together. Cow lasers. I think he says cow lazars.
Oh, it's Lars? Like Lars?
Lazars.
Lazars.
Cow lazars.
Such a weird one. So Jessica said she'd go on West Coast. Jessica, where do you live? Stacy said she would go.
I mean, I would.
Stacy will go to the East Coast too.
Stacy will go wherever we go. I'm already going to say that Stacy's going to go wherever we go. So Stacy is a groupie.
Jessica asked if I don't like camping.
Jessica, no. George says, I took George camping once. It was with my family event. They were doing like some type of party. And my family loves camping. And I'm like, hey, George, let's do this camping trip. This was like 10 years ago. I said, let's do this camping trip. You'll love it. And George hated it. He hated it. He hated the tent. He hated the weather. He hated the bugs. He hated everything about it. And then because it was a 3-day camping trip, after the first day, after sleeping in this tent, George said, no way, Jose. I'm just going to tap out early and go home.
We went with Bradley and I liked everything except the sleeping part.
Yeah, you slept in your Jeep.
I slept in my Jeep.
George is bougie when it comes to camping.
Dude, yeah.
Just rent a camper.
No, let's get an Airbnb and then why go camping? Let's just hang out.
George does not like camping. He hated it.
And be in the wilderness.
Jessica is currently in Chicago, but she'll go wherever.
I
But
think
apparently that doesn't include Miami. So there.
Is Jessica not going to the one in Miami?
See? No.
Cammy said hi. Hi, Cammy. She said hi to you too.
Hi.
You're gonna read the comments, George. You're so slow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was
California
your one job.
You had only one job.
What about glamping? That's what Kathy said. He is a glamping. If he could get an RV, he would.
No. Just get an Airbnb and you guys can go play in the woods.
That sounds fun to me.
And Rachel Malley said she hates camping too.
Good.
But Jessica said she'll go glamping.
Me and Rachel Malley, we will hang out at the resort or whatever.
That's fine. You can hang out. Yeah, that's fine. You can hang out with Rachel all you want.
Together.
Should be Rachel number 2. Nicholas says California is way too far. Nicholas, where do you live? Rent a tree house. Oh, let's rent a tree house.
That would be fun.
Where is that tree house?
There's a lot of tree houses. Just get on Airbnb and type in tree house for search.
Jessica said Miami might be too soon, but I can try. So Jessica, you can reserve your cruise now, like pay the deposit now, and make payments. I think it has to be fully due by July 2nd. Is that right, Natalie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you can just pay it like now until July, and you should be fine if you just make a payment like every week if you're able to. No pressure though.
Rachel.
There's a gun I'm putting into your head, but there's no pressure. No pressure at all. Did you book your trip to Miami yet? There's no pressure.
How many weeks between now and July 2nd is there?
I don't have my Alexa, so I don't know.
Yeah, man.
1, 2.
Oh, Nicholas lives in New York.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I need to see him in person.
Like 7.
7 weeks?
7 weeks.
To July 2nd?
That would be like $160 a week. For an interior room.
I'll see what I can do.
But you just get a roommate Convince Kathy Vale.
Yeah, you and Kathy should room together, split it in half, and it's only like $500 each.
Or Rachel Malley or whoever else wants to go.
Jessica says she's going. You should totally come, Jessica. It'll be so much fun. And Nicholas lives in New York.
So, see, she's going.
Rebecca said she's looking for a roommate, Jessica. So if you go with Rebecca, you guys can be roomies. Split the cost in half, and then everybody can go. There's one way to do it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I really need Nicholas to be on this live stream to do his howl. I'm not going to drop it.
Oh, Nicholas, please, come on.
Come on, Nicholas. Do your howler impression.
She's not going to let this go.
No.
I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to go.
Midnight tonight, I'm going to be laying in bed, and Rachel's going to be like, I didn't need to hear the howler much.
You're so right. That's what's gonna happen, guys. Like, he's so right. Like, so what happens is at midnight.
And then I'm gonna have to book Nicholas like it's Cameo, and pay him like $30 for a video message for my howler monkey.
So he's not lying though. So at night, because George doesn't go to sleep as a normal human being.
Rachel said she just joined this live a few minutes ago. What's this about? Is there a real plan for a cruise? Yes.
Yeah, dude, there is a real plan. Okay, so you should go back and watch like the first 20 minutes because it talks about the cost, the activities, the ports that we're gonna visit, Dan's birthday dinner,
we do it
karaoke, like the secret events.
Brian Zinn's going.
I'm going to post a link for a interest form. Let's see.
It's a howler monkey.
People joining in are like, what the hell is a howler monkey? We're back
There you go. So going back to the howler monkey stuff, because George doesn't go to bed like at a normal decent time. So when we're
It's true. The doctor gave me meds so that I could go to sleep at a decent time.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, these crazy thoughts come to my head, and then he's right. I'll be like, I really wish Nicholas did the howler monkey.
Poor George.
Yeah, it's my life.
I feel for.
This is what I do.
There's now a cruise for the Great Lakes. Debbie said that, which is in Michigan.
But that's a lake.
And then,
like, I could take a boat out on the lake. We could just take the bass boat out on the lake. That's not a cruise.
Big lake.
Big lake.
Nicholas said there's no way.
There's no way he's ever going to do it. Then why would he bring that up?
I know, right? Why tease me?
Why would he tease me like that?
Poor
Nicholas,
Rachel.
you're harming my quality of life here.
All right. Here we go.
Yes, Rachel, you're right. It's September. It's to Miami, to the Eastern Caribbean. And then Cammie said, yeah, with Brian. So does that mean Cammie's going with Brian?
Yes.
Oh, so they're going to be roomies? Oh, that's sweet.
I hope we could say that.
Well, she said with Brian, so I think that's what she meant.
Okay. Yes.
That she was roomies with him? Oh, I hope that's what she meant.
It'd be fun to be roomie with Brian. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like Brian. I like Brian a lot. He is a good guy.
So everybody's gonna be a roommate with Brian.
I really need Nicholas to do the howler monkey though. Like, I'm not gonna drop it. I'm not going to, Natalie. You don't understand. It's gonna bother me.
I know. I'm not gonna hear the end of that. Well, now, where are you going? You're putting your shoes on. Oh, okay.
We can work on our tans. Yes, we will. We should do. We
With
should
officially
be on more
licensed
lives.
secret
Hey,
podcast.
Jessica,
Sunstream.
you should join this live stream. It's fine, and you can do your howler monkey impression because I already did mine. Oh, and Natalie posted the link.
Okay.
That was nice of you, Natalie. Thank you.
I finally found the chat for the first
For
time.
no obligation quote on your new Ford Ranger, please contact Natalie Kroll.
Okay, so Rich, do you have anything you want to add? Because so far we talked about my two theories that I spent an hour on. And we talked about the
Seeing the reflection. Rich is walking out the door.
Rich, is there anything you'd like to add before you leave?
I'm just taking the trash out. I'll be right back.
Happy Mother's Day, Lindsay. Cheers.
Oh, okay.
Kathy said, I've always said you should be on more live streams, Jessica.
Yeah, people think.
Yeah, people should be on this live stream with us.
They're talking about you.
No, I think they're talking about Jessica. See, I've always said we should be more on live streams, Jessica.
Okay.
There should have been a comma there, though, to make it look like she was talking to Jessica. Lives, comma, Jessica.
Okay.
But she just, like, did it together.
Rachel on all the lives. From now on, you do Sunday Fun Day.
Oh, I have nothing to
So entertaining.
You gotta learn.
Honestly, I have nothing more to contribute to my hour research.
You know what? You would do better on these lives than I do because you don't know, like, you just agree with people.
Yeah, like if people gave me one theory, I would tell them what they think of it.
You would be like, yeah, it sounds great.
Because what do I know?
We're in Tupelo. We're digging for a cask in Tupelo. This is awesome. Let's do that.
Yes, Rachel, on the lies. Wait, if we say cheers, do y'all drink? No, we definitely talking about you, Rachel. Rebecca was talking about me. Okay, sorry about the whole comma thing kind of confused me. I'm sorry.
You have to be on more lives.
Comma. Sunday
So
wine.
what I think is everybody who wants to be on a live with Rachel, sign up, and Georgia will set it up for you.
Is there a jot form for that?
Natalie, would you be on my next one with me?
Sure. What would you talk about?
Well, I would have to do more than an hour of research, obviously.
Yes, totally.
So maybe I can, if you guys really want me to talk about a theory that's more than an hour, let me know what city, and I can at least guarantee you 15 minutes.
Hard research.
At least I can guarantee you 15 minutes. I don't know if I can stretch it to a whole 30 minutes like I do it in New York, but I can at least guarantee you 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, I can tell you what I think.
Pick a day. I'll set it up.
Sounds fun.
I mean, what about you, Natalie? What can you commit to?
I'm just along for the ride.
Can you commit more to 15 minutes?
Not with my current schedule. Maybe 5.
It's fun though. Like you could just pick a day, and they could pick a city, and then your 15 minutes could just be calling John because John likes you.
Oh no, I would not. I would not call John. It would be literally my research for 15. I could probably
and do your 15 minutes of research. That would be entertaining.
do what?
Go live with your research.
While you're researching.
Oh, how I figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a whole lot of talking involved with my research, like literally. So my thought process is I pull up the painting like I'm brand new, and I pull up the verse like I'm brand new, right? So brand new painting, brand new verse.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it and I stare at it for like 2 minutes. I say, okay, I got this, and then I randomly pull something that catches my attention, right? So it could be something in a verse that catches my attention, and I Google it, and then I look at what I'm reading, and if I don't like what I'm reading, I find something else, right? And then I do this, and I do this, and I do this for like 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes, I might find something that I like, and if I do, I continue with it, and if not, I stop. But then, like I said,
What city is the most interesting to you?
Would be interesting. Welcome back.
What city is the most interesting? I mean, so far I put the most research into New York, so it's probably New York. What's your most interesting city? Natalie?
Oh, me? What, huh?
What's your most interesting city?
I was just trying to go back and read comments, but I can't get back there. Anyway, my most interesting, the one that fascinates me is Charleston.
Jessica wants to know if you can drink wine together on that live stream, like a drunk secret history.
Why not?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, this is not being me drunk.
Challenge accepted, right?
That's a really good idea for a live stream, drunk secret history, where like you get me and somebody like Matt, and we just get plastered, and then you ask questions about shit that happened in the past, and we just tell stories.
That would be
Could
fun.
you imagine drunk Matt stories? Drunk Matt stories would be awesome.
I mean, my research is I'm not drinking when I do my 15 minutes of research.
Could you imagine
though.
drunk Brett stories?
What'd you say?
You talk about the time the cask got broken. Wasn't that a drunk?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not drunk, guys. Like, I'm very, very coherent. Like, this is how I am.
Yeah.
Like,
was-
do you think I'm drunk?
No.
No, I think I'm just normal. So, anyways, so I think we should do this. I think we should. You can do your idea, and people want to do drunk George. That's fine. I think if people want to do our idea, Natalie, we should roundtable this. And if they want us to do 15 minutes of research or 5 minutes of yours, and then we can let them know what we think. Because let me see if I can find this university in New York. Give me a second.
It was Pratt.
Okay, it was Pratt University. That's where I'm at, and it's near the library. So it's in Brooklyn, and it's in Pratt, and that's where I'm at.
Okay. I didn't even get
See,
that
I
far.
pay attention to you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of times you don't, though.
Most of the time.
Well, sometimes, he's got to tune you out.
Well, he mostly listens to me at night at like 12 o'clock at night when we're laying in bed.
That's
Because
when you tell them the important stuff.
Yeah, because then I rehash how my day went, and I want to talk about it coherently. Like when I was able to process how my day went, and then I just talked to him about it. So I'm telling you, this whole Nicholas Mauer thing, it's going to get brought up. It's going to get brought up,
and it's going to be brought up forever. Nicholas, you don't know what you've done.
Like, I'm just not going to be able to stop talking about it.
Jessica just wants to drink wine with you. And you can do that
On the cruise.
on the cruise.
Seriously, Jessica, come on the cruise. Come on the cruise and I'll share drinks
on
with
the
you.
Cruise.
Oh, look, Nick says
Thank you, Nick. Cheers. Now that we got to cheers because Nick said Happy Mother's Day.
and it's extra special because he is Santa.
Oh, thanks, Santa.
The best Santa.
I know
real
two Santas in real life. Two Santas.
There's only one Santa.
We met Santa at Walmart in the parking lot a couple days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's laughing. This Nicholas guy is laughing, but he has no
It's
idea.
not a joke.
I'm going to think about him at 12 o'clock at night. Alan's got his drink cards. Oh, nice. So Mia and Alan got the drink package too.
Nice.
That is nice.
So, yeah. Hallerman. And Jessica Cortez drinking wine with you on the cruise.
Yeah, well, Jessica Cortez wants to do a live stream with me too. So if anybody wants to do a fun live stream, it's not going to be really a whole lot of secret related. But if you want to do a live stream with me, let George know. And then me and Natalie and George will set this up. And then we can make it a fun night because George's live streams are not really fun.
No, they're lame. I don't even like them. Seriously, don't watch.
Happy Mother's Day.
Brian Zinn said Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, Brian. So Brian Zinn is going on the cruise, guys. So I don't know if we already discussed. I know we talked about this.
Any more wine?
Get more wine.
Go get some.
He said Happy Mother's Day. We need to drink again here.
Yeah, I'll wait for you, and then we'll toast.
Yep.
So Brian Zinn is going to be in Miami the night before the cruise. So he's probably going to be part of this big dinner that I'm going to be planning.
He doesn't know it yet.
He doesn't know
Oh,
yet.
he knows now because he's on this live
He
stream.
does know now.
And then, so restaurants and time to be determined. Speaking of time, what do you think is a good time for everyone to have dinner? Around 7?
Yeah, I would think a little later because some people might not be in yet.
So 8 or 9?
I still think you just like hang out at the hotel bar, and because there's
You
probably
think
food
so?
there. Yeah.
I think
So do you not want to do a big dinner?
it's open. We gotta eat. I mean, maybe we can order food or something.
DoorDash.
DoorDash to the bar.
Do you want a DoorDash like a big buffet?
I am ready.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Brian.
Just killing it. Just kill the wine.
That bottle's gonna be gone.
Well, this is where I'm at now.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Brian says Michelle and I will be part of everything. Look forward to it. We will also be there the day after. Oh, because cool.
Oh, so we're staying the day after. Do you want to stay the day after then, or do you want to go home
Well,
the night?
I thought we were staying the day after.
I didn't think we were. I told people we weren't. I thought we were staying at the inn.
You told me you were.
I'm here to do whatever.
What, Natalie?
I thought you told me you were going to stay after.
I didn't think we were. So what I was originally planning is getting to Miami and hanging out for the whole night and then just leaving at night. Now, do you want to drive at 10 o'clock at night? Because that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I don't care either way.
Or do you want to stay after when everybody's leaving?
I don't care. We'll do whatever you want to do.
What do you think is easier, Natalie? Because I was planning on leaving at 10 o'clock at night.
That's a long drive for you guys, though.
We'll get in at 3. George doesn't go to bed until 3.
I do know at some point we need to call Brian and actually make an appointment to go and see him.
Hey, Brian, can George call you at some point to talk to you about other things?
We want to make a will.
And it's more than likely it's going to be a trust. We'll need to make a trust.
I don't expect him to answer, but just know that email's coming into your secretary.
7 p.m. for dinner, desserts for the first course. So dinner, Mia. So dinner at the for Miami. I was thinking about having a big dinner, but then George and Natalie decided.
So both Nicholas and Jeff told you Happy Mother's Day.
I saw that.
The most expensive part of having kids is all the wine you have to drink. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
You got another one going.
Brian's like, call me whenever, George. We want to pay you.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a paid thing. On the most expensive part of having kids. Okay, so Mia, so what we're thinking is, I was eventually gonna plan like a big dinner, but like Natalie said, because of all the stragglers coming through, maybe a big dinner is not the best option. Maybe we can like Uber foods in and have like a buffet spread, possibly, like if everybody Ubers something. I don't know. What do you think would be best?
I think we'll just wing it that night.
Oh, so they're staying Saturday night after the cruise and driving home Sunday.
So what do you want to do?
Cruise gets in on Saturday?
When does the cruise come in?
8 in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. So basically when Brian's going to bed, when everybody's going to bed that's staying over, we're just going to drive home.
So how do we get an extra room for the hotel then? Because I didn't reserve the extra room.
Well, we don't have to get the extra room for Saturday night. We can just drive home on Saturday night. Unless you want to stay up and have breakfast with everybody.
Well, that's what he was saying. He was driving home. So he's staying Saturday night. He's going to stay Sunday. He's going to drive home Sunday.
Yeah, I figure everybody will wake up and drive home Sunday morning.
So,
but except us. We'll just go home Saturday night.
You sure? You want to have breakfast with everyone?
Whatever. We can get a hotel. I don't care.
So if we want a hotel for Saturday night, how do we do that?
You're going to have to book it.
Book it separately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not in the package deal. It's not in the contract.
We'll figure it out. I mean, we can just call the hotel and be like, hey, can we do this?
You can do an Airbnb.
Yeah?
Airbnb and put everybody in it.
Okay, who wants to have an Airbnb with George and I?
Oh.
Because if we find a big one, we can all split the cost. Any takers?
Rachel just says whatever comes to mind.
I mean, I think it'd be a good idea it'd be cheaper that way. Remember how cheap it was in Cleveland when we split our Airbnb?
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to have Airbnb with George and I?
We booked a room at the Holiday Inn Saturday night. It's pretty cheap.
Oh, he said it was cheap at the Holiday Inn.
Okay.
And then Evie said diapers, formula, car insurance, and college are the highest cost for kids.
I disagree. I think it's wine.
To get through it all.
Destiny just went to the hospital. That's probably the highest cost.
Yeah.
Take her wine away, George. No, it makes her more pleasant.
So she went to the hospital while I was working. So I really didn't get the whole beginning of how this happened. But George told me that Destiny was in a lot of pain. He thinks it was her appendix, and he was going to take her to the hospital. And then I was like in a fire at the time, so I couldn't just leave work right then and there. So we took it to the hospital, and I left like an hour later to meet George at the hospital. And then when I met him, because he was at the hospital for so long, he got relieved to get some food, and I stayed with Destiny. It turned out it was a kidney stone. She drinks a lot of energy drinks.
Yeah.
That caused it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But she's doing way better. Like
Okay.
she slept for the last 2 days. They gave her some antibiotics for like inflammation, and they gave her some painkillers if she really needed it. She only needed it once. Other than that, she's been taking ibuprofen, so she's much better.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
So it was her first real like major hospital visit in a very long time.
Yeah.
So let's book a room at the Holiday Inn. Let's just stay Saturday night, have breakfast with everybody on Sunday, and we'll just call it a day.
Okay.
You got to find out which Holiday Inn. I don't know if it's the same one.
I'm pretty sure it's the same one.
What you doing? Nothing, chilling at the Holiday Inn. Who you with? Me and my peeps. Won't you bring forward your friends?
Evie said, "Poor Destiny, kidney stones put her on the total VA list." Oh, that sucks. It did suck. She now she's afraid to drink anything with sugar in it.
Yeah, and she said she won't feel better unless Jessica Cortez goes on the cruise, which I didn't understand at the time, but now it makes more sense.
Jessica, go on the cruise.
Oh, this is so much fun. Just like
I mean, so we have a lot of people go on the cruise. It's a lot of fun.
I feel like this is what timeshare sales are like. You want to buy a timeshare? Go on the cruise.
Do you think I'm a timeshare?
No. Do I think you're a timeshare?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Natalie, what do you think about the cruise?
What about it?
What do you just think about it?
What do you mean what I think about it? I think it's awesome and we just have to go. Everybody has to go.
Brian said it's the same Holiday Inn in Miami.
Oh, okay.
So let's do that, you guys. So if you guys come...
Brian's like, here's where I'm staying. If everyone wants to stay there too and bother me.
We can have it like a pre-game and an after party at the Holiday Inn before and after the cruise. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Jessica should go to the cruise. Like everybody's asking her to.
I gotta get my wisdom teeth out. We can help with that. I got pliers.
I got my wisdom teeth out. Do you have yours?
Do we have a dentist in the group?
Natalie, did you get your wisdom teeth out?
I did back in my early 20s. I had all 4 of them taken out. One at a time, though.
Really?
You did yours, didn't you? Like all 4 at once?
I did all 4 at once.
He did 2 and 2.
What about you? Do you have your wisdom teeth out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mia says good night.
Good night, Mia.
How is the conversation there? Does it get intense? I hear foreign dental care is cheaper. I don't know that you want to get dental care on the Carnival private island.
Yeah, no.
How is the conversation there? Does it get intense? I don't understand what that means, Nicholas.
He's probably like, are people like,
because it's a howler monkey.
That's the howler monkey.
Every day, just book the cruise. I'm a pro with wisdom teeth caretaking. Eva's.
Yeah, she is.
What is she, a dentist?
Why doesn't Evie go on the cruise? Nobody has an answer for this. Evie, you also should go on the cruise. Come away from
I feel like everybody should go on the cruise, guys. It would be so much fun.
Oh, on the cruise. Is there intense talk on the no?
Intense
talk.
Intense talk on what? Like
I tend to be too drunk on the cruise
at the cocktail party there was intense talk about secret stuff. It was just
I feel like there was intense talk on a lot of things about the secret when I was on the cruise.
At the cocktail party, people shared their theories.
Yeah, at the cocktail party.
Or anything like that.
No, like I mean, it was just not heated intense, but intense, like involved intense.
George, will you sing Sweet Caroline for karaoke on the cruise? That depends. Are you coming on the cruise?
If you all come, he will do it. You all have to come.
George never sings karaoke except for Happy Birthday.
We will get him plastered and we will put a mic in his hand.
Yeah.
And you'll sing it solo.
But only if everybody on this podcast comes.
Just put a camera in front of me. Apparently, I'm a cam whore, and I'll just do whatever with a camera in front of me.
It's true.
Evie said no because I'm broke from twins in college, car insurance, and the motion sickness and ew. So I'm really glad that we don't pay for Destiny's car insurance. She pays it for herself.
Katie says maybe.
Oh, nice. Katie should come to the cruise. Nicholas or Eve said, Nicholas, last time they joined a live during and everyone seemed happy. I don't understand.
I was the live stream during the cruise.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening.
Mm.
Okay, speaking of that, that's a good question, Natalie. What are we going to do about how to keep communication with people?
Oh yeah, because we were talking about doing a live stream on the cruise with everybody, but I know we can get internet, but can we get internet per day?
You can.
Can I get good internet for like one day?
I don't know because I've never done that. I just buy a big package and I'm done.
Can we use your internet for a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to do a live stream on the cruise.
I have to get the big package for work because ultimately I have clients that need me.
Every time.
Every time I step foot on a ship.
It's fine.
In fact, I have a client messaging me right now.
So we can do that. We can do like, I can't do a Sunday fun day because it's not Sunday, but whatever
Right.
day. We should just put up a camera during the cocktail party.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Also, going back to the communication, should we all buy that $5 package so we can talk to each other, or how should we learn to talk to each other?
Well, I mean, nobody had a problem with that last time because we
Some-
all.
Some people had a package and checked in with the Facebook group because we have a private Facebook group for everybody who's financially committed to the cruise. That way we can make decisions together. And so some people were dropping messages in there. And also, I mean, we could put like a dry erase board on somebody's door. I could volunteer for that.
I did that last year. It didn't work out too well.
Yeah, people leave nasty messages and pictures and things.
But whatever.
Yeah, but
I mean, we all have dinner at the night before, so
We have an early dinner on the
Right,
cruise
about
too, which is
dinner.
better.
So at dinner, we all eat together. I mean, you don't have to, but I have it booked where I linked all of our rooms together and they just put a bunch of tables together and we all eat together.
And then we tend to just discuss what we're going to do the next day.
Right.
Come up with something as a group.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people are like, I don't like you guys and want to go hang out at the pool.
Go hang out at the pool or the casino or wherever.
I know a lot of people in our group, like 3 or 4, just hung out the whole day at the pool, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least
I
you
mean,
know where
it's
to
your
find them.
vacation too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, at least you know the people are going to hang out with the casino, where to find those. The people that want to hang out with the pool, you know where to find them. And the smokers, you know where to find them. So if
Yeah.
you ever need to find a certain person, you at least know where to check first.
Yep.
I'll be on deck 10.
Yeah, I'm on deck 10. What deck are you on, Natalie?
She's also
They're on deck 10.
Are we neighbors with them?
Yeah, they don't know it, but we're neighbors with them.
Oh, we're neighbors.
Yay.
Why would you want to be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor?
I was just waiting for her to bust out in that song.
You guys are at 2 hours on stream, so we can end whenever you would like.
Okay, well, Eve said she wants to see food pictures.
Okay.
We
So
can
that's a good idea. How do we do that? That's a really good idea that Eve brought up.
Like
So-
right now?
No. So we're on the cruise and we're having a good time. How do we make like a collage to share with the group?
What? How do
Or
we
like a collage of pictures. Like she wants to see food pictures, and if there was like,
I mean,
you know,
most of the time I post.
the secret group.
Yeah, I posted pictures when we came into port, and it was like service.
We had free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
okay,
Free
so
Wi-Fi, reliable Wi-Fi.
yeah, I think this ship has Starlink, right?
Yes, it does. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's reliable. It depends on where you are in the ocean.
Food pictures.
Okay, so there's Wi-Fi on here, and then you can also post on the group as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I tend to do.
I
It's just
tried to
like-
do it last time, but I was so tired at the end of the day. I just didn't have it in me to post all my pictures.
It was like every time I had a little bit of downtime
Right.
on the islands, I would just do like a photo dump. So,
Well, if you regret not going, you should just go.
yeah.
Get a roommate. Come on, let's go.
Talk to Jessica.
Well, I think Jessica might be boarding with Rebecca,
Oh,
so don't screw that up.
okay. I'll try not to.
You might be able to get more than 2 in a room.
Oh, you think so?
I don't know. I'd have to look if anybody wanted to room with 2, 3, 4 people. I can always look. So if a group of girls wants to gather and have like a girls trip, let me know. I'll price it.
So there's possibility to have more than 2 people in a room. So if there's 3 girls in the secret group that want to join as a girls trip, that would even be more cheaper for them.
They have like bunk bed rooms, I think.
Yeah, they do. They have upper and lower bunks. And then they have rooms where the trundles pop out of the ceiling, so you have to climb up a ladder.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it is. All right, let me see. I'm going to see. No. We don't want Rachel climbing on ladders after she's drinking. After she drinks her drink package. All right, let me see. Let me try to put 4 people in a room and see what it comes up with.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just price quote it just to have the information.
Mm-hmm.
Eve, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would hold back your hair while you're throwing up.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I think Kathy should go too, because now she's talking about sending food from her house. Like, what fun is that?
It's fun. But she should.
All right, let me see. 19. 6 divided by 4. So it'd be $484 for 4 people in a room together.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's the gratuities included. So that's really good.
So that's your tips
Yep.
and the cruise itself.
Taxes, cruise, everything.
Wow.
It's not the vacation protection, but that's $49 a person.
And then all the food and everything else is free.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Except for the specialty dinner for Dan.
And when does that do, the specialty dinner for Dan?
I'm going to start collecting on that in June.
Okay.
Okay.
You gave me bad info, George.
I did.
You said July.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Natalie said June.
Good. If I can't pay until July, that's cool. We'll make it work.
Okay, well, I don't think I have anything else to add to this stream. Do you?
I don't think so. I think we covered it all. I mean, I wasn't watching the chat, so that was George's job.
George, what does the chat say?
Kathy Vale says we had a disagreement in my house over the cruise. I said my husband and I should go. He wanted to bring the kids. I didn't want to. We couldn't agree.
You should bring the kids.
You guys could compromise.
There's kids going on this cruise.
Yeah.
There's kids going.
Or you could compromise and you could go and he could hang out with the kids.
Because there are kids going on this cruise. There's at least 3 that I know of. How many kids are actually going, Natalie?
There's a kids club, so you can just drop them off there. The kids actually prefer the kids club.
And what's going on at the kids club?
All kinds of things. They have games and movies. Yeah, they have game tournaments. They do all kinds of fun stuff. Like my kids, when they went, they preferred to be at the kids club than hang out with us.
Actually, I know 4 kids going. It's Maya's kid. James is bringing his kid.
Yeah, there's 4.
There's 4 kids total.
Yep.
So Kathy, bring your kids. They'll love it. There's other kids there they can mingle with. Like, it'll be so much fun.
The secret kids group.
And all of you can stay in the same room.
We did with our kids. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We had bunk beds hanging out of the ceiling and the walls.
We went
and
to bed and they didn't show up until like 2 in the morning.
yeah, we would go to bed and our kids had a curfew. They had to roll in by at least 3 a.m., but they were young teenagers.
Dramamine and bovine are effective for preventing seasickness. I know about Dramamine. But isn't bovine just a cow?
No.
Just gonna bring a cow?
Bovine.
Bovine?
Bonine. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you actually talking about bovine?
It says Bovine.
I think she
Is there-
misspelled it.
Because there is a bonine or bonine or whatever, however you pronounce it.
It's
But that's what
bonine.
I take. I
Dra-
take mine for land sickness, not seasickness. I'm fine at sea, but the second I step foot home in my apartment rocks for like a week.
yeah.
I have
Dra-
land sickness so bad. So I take my medication before I get off the ship, and that usually helps.
Yeah. Dramamine you have to take the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Try
The day
to
before you get on it.
It's
Yeah, she said
Bonine.
bonine. Sorry. Bonine.
That's all right. I was just enjoying picturing people bringing a cow. Maybe like an emotional support cow. Yeah, that's it.
Moo.
new.
Her name is Belle and she's fluffy.
It'll be like that episode that I watch on TLC where they have a pet cow that just walks in their house.
Yeah.
What?
I watch a lot of weird TV.
Yeah.
Watch
We had a friend with a snake named Fluffy.
Yeah.
And they bring a cow into their house as a pet. And it like sleeps with them.
Oh. No, thank you.
Katie's gonna send some, but Katie, she has big longhorn cows, so I don't think they're cuddly.
Oh, that would not be comfortable.
Pet the fluffy cows. Yellowstone.
Jessica couldn't get Dramamine in Canada and went on a whale tour, and that was not a fun place to get seasick. I would imagine it'd be a great place to get seasick because you're basically chumming the water.
Oh, that would be awful. Ew.
The small boats have more motion than the big one.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like the ship that we were on, there was that storm one night for like a couple of hours, and that was really the only time it rocked.
We had like 3 storm systems that cruise.
Yeah, but
Really?
they went around them.
Yeah, around, but the water is still moving from
Yeah.
the storms around you. So
But it was really calm.
I love Dan. He was like, "Yeah, I was puking, but I'm going on another cruise." He had so much fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. And the cows kiss her puppy.
That's very
That's what Kate just said.
Are we done for the night?
Yeah, Natalie, do you have anything else to add, or Rich, anything else to add before we cut?
No, he's gonna go to bed soon anyway.
Someone said, "Wow, George." I said something bad, I guess. What did I
What
say?
did you
was bad?
say?
I don't know.
You were talking about the cows,
Cammy, what'd he say?
and then
Was it chumming the water
probably
for the whales?
that's pretty gross.
It is gross,
Ew.
but true.
It's effective.
And Evie watches The Office.
Okay. All right. So should I end this?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
So everybody come on the cruise.
Yeah, if you guys want to come on the cruise, hit Natalie up.
Yeah. Especially if you're named Nicholas and you Hal or Jessica or Evie, Katie.
Kathy.
Really, if your name ends in E.
Oh, Nicholas.
Good night, guys.
Nicholas E.
Nicholas E.
Good night, everyone.